Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Final Show Films. I am Sen, your executive producer here, and I want to thank you all for tuning in, particularly our $25 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. Excuse me. Those being Trivian Alexander, Samantha Bates, and L, without whom we don't know what to do nearly as much as things we do now. So thank you very much for your support over the years. And those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live. And I think everyone's in
Hello,
the right spot.
everyone. I hope they are, because I can't do anything about that. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Pokemon Aftershocks, the Pokemon Tabletop United game we are running here on Final Show Films. My name is Julia, and I will be your game master for the evening. I am joined by a lovely cast of characters and players, though we are down one of them, and we hope a speedy recovery for them for our next session that they can join. So we will begin our introductions today with Andrew.
Hello, I'm Andrew, playing Satomi Yamasora, the Warrior Ambassador.
And Sen.
I'm Sen, playing the human incarnation of bisexual finger guns, and also So Kiseki, the Pokemon Ranger.
I was gonna say, tell us about your character.
I did.
And Jack.
Hi, I'm Jack. I'm playing Ramon Alvarez, Pokeball Engineer Twink.
Yeah.
Do you engineer twinks or Pokeballs?
Yes.
Ah. I have
Depends on the day. Engineered.
I have a commission for you.
Oh, to derail that, and Yare.
Hi, I'm Yara. I'm playing Cannabella Hawthorne, the anxious researcher.
All right.
Someone walks up to Ramon and hands him a picture of a twink and says, "This one."
Build. Go.
Welcome to Build Twink Workshop.
Just
Oh.
Just hands you a picture of Aladdin, just like this one.
Oh.
Let's get down to business.
So,
in just 7 days.
As always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, eat the rich, fuck Vince McMahon, fuck J.K. Rowling, fuck any politician at this point.
Elon Musk, I have a trebuchet for you.
No,
I have a tank of piranhas.
Not a trebuchet. You've got a highly valued independent media platform that he can look at in the bucket of this trebuchet.
Aimed directly at the moon.
Equally valid.
You have to set it up. You got to set the bait.
He's got to be Bezos. Bezos didn't get to the moon. We just won't give him a spacesuit.
Look, the trebuchet is shaped like a penis. You love that. It's great.
Listen, I think we should pile all of the billionaires into one yacht and then just push that into the ocean and set it on fire.
No, it's much easier. Just let them build their own submarines.
The orcas have gotten a taste for them. We just need to let the orcas know where they are.
The downside to that, Sin, is that the billionaires won't get in the submarines themselves.
Except when they do. Because one of them did.
Last year.
Which was the joke that I was making. That was the joke that I was making, yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of lobsters got served Subway.
And now they're all down there in their yellow submarine. Anyways.
Yeah, so Pokemon.
Oh, that caught me off guard.
Yes, let us go to a world where there is less capitalism.
Last time in the Hoenn region, Annabella shared a private phone call with her parents before taking a nice moonlit stroll through the route, looking for some ghostly friends. She met her new teammate, Cersei, a Mimikyu, and when returning, she told the group that of what Pokemon she had run into, which prompted So to haul ass outside to meet his new Hisuian Zorua, which is named Hime. Satomi sent off her report to her home region of Sengen and so contacted Ranger Rocky to figure out why Eliza's status had been listed as deceased. After being informed that it was a lie to keep Courtney from knowing her exact whereabouts, the team retired for the night. The following morning, after setting out and making... Nope, that's incorrect. No, that's right.
Okay.
The group made a couple of new friends along the route, and contacted Professor Birch and his assistant Ophelia to inform them that Team Magma had not only been spotted, but were active, and that Courtney had shared that she had killed Moxie and taken over Team Magma.
Maxie.
Did I say Moxie?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maxie.
Okay.
Which I only
That
know.
ability
watch-
does not exist anymore.
I only know that the name is Maxie because it's Maxie's pad.
Yep.
Yeah.
The doors on the left. Just start walking.
The trebuchet we just talked about right over there.
Ah,
The
Oh.
one that's penis shaped.
I'll go punch
Love
it.
those.
Birch, Professor Birch also confirmed that Maxie was in fact dead after receiving missive from his contact at the prison that Maxie was being held at. So we return to our trainers along Route 123 with that phone call having just concluded. With having the revelation of Maxie's death, and orders for use of extreme violence with prejudice on any Team Magma grunts, or death if contacting Courtney.
All right. So yeah.
Ramon is going to speak up with us just having completed that phone call and say, anybody want to confirm what just happened on the phone? I just want to make sure I heard what I think I heard.
We'll sign basically to Ramon the contents of the phone call.
Extreme force?
The same amount of force I've been using.
Why does he think we can kill Courtney?
I think it's less we can and more we're allowed to try.
I would rather not. I don't usually make a habit of killing people.
Don't worry, that's my job.
Oof. That's kind of a big thing.
Yep.
And we're all just cool with that.
Cool with it is a strong word.
Agreed.
But we're all
Ordinarily,
down with it. We're all down with the program. We're gonna just go around killing some magma grunts.
Kill was only used for Courtney. Who has proven to be dangerous, unstable, and the ability to teleport whensoever she pleases.
I just wanted to make sure I had an accurate read of the room.
My plan is to try and stop Courtney however I can, but don't think I'm capable of killing.
I am prepared to engage any adversary that attempts to kill me with the same.
I am prepared to take every situation as it comes and try to find a good solution that works.
Can't we just get the people that dealt with this last time? They already know what they're doing.
They dealt with a different person last time.
Yeah, but they would have dealt with Courtney too. Wasn't she second in command?
Without all of her extra everything.
She was
Well,
Or
they have a
people
lot
aware.
more experience with this than we do.
I mean, I assume that if they are around, then they are probably dealing with this.
Everyone can give me a focus roll.
Alternatively, they might not be able to.
Wouldn't they, out of character, wouldn't they be busy being champion right now?
They'd be busy being a child right now.
That too.
11.
16.
Okay, so Ramon, you start talking about this, and as soon as you get the point across, the thing sparks in the back of your head, and Annabella, and so it hits both of you too. Is the reason that you have been tasked with this is because either the champion is not in region, or the people who have participated in this um have left Hoenn or are too busy in their current roles to take care of this.
Seems like it's hard to imagine what would be a more important role than dealing with this so I don't have to, is
Well,
Ramon's internal thought.
Look at it this way. Would you rather be dealing with the thing that's more important that they deal with it than this?
I don't want to be considering that there might be a more important thing.
There's always a more important thing.
I don't like that.
Also, keeping in mind this is very breaking. We were the first to encounter Courtney in her current state that most people are aware of, so things might just take a while to get through the gears.
I am going to choose to cling to that. And I am okay with reporting back to Mauville. So let's take it one step at a time.
Exactly.
All right, let's start heading back.
But stairs are so much faster if you skip up them.
Ramon does not want to speed run this.
But if you take the steps 2 at a time, it does a number on your knees.
Says the person
Says
who
the
can
one that
fly.
can fly.
No, that was an out of
Same
character
brain
comment,
cell.
speaking
Yeah.
from personal experience.
Artorias is looking thoughtful at this conversation. For a reminder, Artorias is the Absol that joined you all last week.
Yes, the Portent of Disaster Pokemon.
Which just makes Ramon feel so much better.
Well, and also a Pokemon that tries to avert said disaster that they are a portent of.
Yeah, sure, but
there's a lot of
disaster to be
conflicting.
averted.
There's a lot of conflicting things about Absol.
I will, via Aura Reader or Aura Pulse, something on your mind? To Artorias.
He'll look around the group and give me an intuition roll, Sen.
22.
His eyes linger just a little bit longer on Ramon than everybody else's as he is looking around.
I am being judged.
You're being
I
judged
think
as a sussy buck.
that I believe that your group has, from what I'm hearing here, good morals. The want to preserve life is admirable, if at certain points childish.
Is he saying that directly to me or out loud?
Yes, yeah, no,
Okay.
directly to you since you posed the question to him.
So I will respond back via, as we start walking, presumably via Aura Pulse. My dearest wish is that as few people as possible ever understand the necessity to sometimes take a life.
It is not something that comes easy or weighs lightly on the soul, if you are inclined to believe in that.
Which is why I will take that burden on myself.
Again, Admirable, if not stupid.
Mental shrug.
So, all of
Yes.
you can.
Every time.
Every
Uh,
time.
Every single time.
Listen. It does not bother me as much as my body lets on, and I always enjoy giving Sen a reason to cackle. So since you guys have watch it, since you guys have turned around, I will allow another find things roll
Yay.
for all of you on this route.
Findy
All
McFindy
right.
things.
That's a D20.
Yes.
I was about to type 12d20. I'm like, wait, what?
I believe we said I get both the normal and the fancy and my dowsing.
I want normal and fancy.
Wait,
I don't
Take
need
the
two
red-
rolls. I
take
just
the red
want to be
adventures.
fancy.
And as a reminder,
Fair.
Julia, the chart is on 462 of the core book. So it's
Thank
easy
you.
for you to find. 1.
Yep.
I find nothing.
And we have said it is not rocky or sandy or beach area, so I am merely rolling 6.
I've added it in as an extra bookmark into my PDF, so I know where to go every time. I'm
Nice.
also going to put it in as a handout into the roll
It's-
20
it-
at the break.
If you want, it's the Money Matters bookmark
Mhm.
in rewards and experience.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
The only problem is that it's like 3 folders down because it's like
Mhm.
chapter 11, then basic jamming tasks and rewards and experience, then Money Matters.
Okay. Ramon, I'll get to you in a second.
Ooh, Ramon.
I wouldn't happen to find $5,000 laying on the ground, would I?
Unfortunately,
I mean, it was worth asking.
Yeah, it's always worth asking.
I mean, I guess you could always find a big nugget if you got a random hold item.
Satomi, you find an X defense.
All right.
Annabella, 14 gets you a status or healing item.
And yes, I do have to say big nugget, just like that every time.
Uh,
Correct.
How else would you say it?
you find
Yeah.
a full restore.
Fuck
like-
yeah.
It's like in games that have a heavy machine gun.
Rocket launcher.
Sen, you are very distracted with your conversation with Artorias. And Ramon. Let me open the list of things for you.
The list.
Ooh, I'm getting fancy.
While that is happening, Annabella got 2 red shards, an orange shard, and a violet shard.
Hey,
She is
one
now at
violet
4 red
shard.
shards if anyone wants a firestone.
I don't think
Isn't
any
there
of
something about like re-rolling dice that come up on a 6 on the
Yes, you reroll
The initial
6s
dowsing
for
roll?
more.
in the initial
Oh.
dowsing roll?
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. It's just,
Yep, an additional D6 there.
yeah, okay, another 2,
Okay,
so I
got
don't
it.
get any extra. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I forgot they exploded.
Ramon, as you are finding as you are trying to find things, your hand, as you're searching through grass on one of the parts you guys are stopping, your hand instinctively wraps around a cylindrical object. God damn it, made out of glass.
And
As
Not helping.
no, it's not. As you lift
See
it, it's
what?
a syringe.
Oh, lovely.
Don't pick those up.
It is capped. And it has TM28 dig written on it.
This is a little sketchy. But maybe I'll keep it in my back pocket. Not literally. And Professor Birch could help me de-sketch it.
I mean, perfectly reasonable. You do see, like, looking further, it's an actual like printed like Pokemart label, with even like a serial number down at the bottom and everything. It looks legit, but double
But
checking that
swapping it into
that
a
it
different
is legit.
syringe might also
Yeah.
be good. And
Yeah. And for your reference, if you do not wish to use this, you can sell it for 3,400.
ooh,
But also
Dig-
Dig's really good.
Dig is a really good move.
Dig is
Yeah,
a
it is.
fantastic move.
But the question is, do any of us have a Pokemon that can learn it?
I have a doggo.
yeah.
Fair.
I
This is true.
believe Graveheart can learn Dig. I'll double check. Open
A
Slack.
dog that can't dig is a
mean,
sad dog indeed.
Yeah, this is a ghost dog,
is
but
a
I'm pretty
ghost
sure it can
dog.
dig.
Yes, but when you find it, when you come across it in Paldea, it is
I mean,
mostly buried.
Howlucha,
true, you do
Howlucha
just
can
see the
dig.
candle.
How
Yeah,
Lucha
Lucha can dig too.
Howlucha can learn
A
dig.
digging bird.
I mean, it's a luchador.
It's to bury. It's to dig the graves of his enemies.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
exactly.
it's for burying its opponent.
Yeah, exactly. It's for burying his opponents.
I do believe you
something
mean
all about the game.
victims.
No, it's a wrestling term.
6.5, Julia.
Same diff, yeah.
Listen, they're opponents until they're corpses, and then they're just objects.
And then I need more opponents.
Oh, okay. I am going to roll. No, I'm going to GM roll this real quick.
Oh, Graveheart learns it by level up.
Right.
That's nice. Oh boy.
It
Okay.
also does learn it by TM, but it learns it by level up.
That is a thing I have rolled for all of you. Fantastic. Come here, generator.
Level 16. Also, they redid the Gen 9 decks, and that's very good now.
Okay, how many of these are you guys gonna find? Okay. Guys are currently in forest habitat. What's the average level of Pokemon on everyone's team? Jack, I know yours is a little your team is a little more populous than everybody else's.
Also, not all of my Pokemon's character sheets are complete. But if we're going by the ones that are,
Mine's averaging around 10 right now. Crash is an outlier at 13.
Okay.
My two
I'm-
of us
Or
level
12,
9
not
right
13.
now.
about 7. I have plenty more XP to use though.
I've spent almost
10's all
all
around.
mine. So it sounds like our average
Oh.
level's around 10.
You see where the generator nope, you're not. I love this generator. I really do. I appreciate whoever decided to make it. If it could not automatically default to the low like the minimum level I put in, like the first 3 times I generate when using the site, that would be fantastic.
It does generate every Pokemon that it generates all generates at the same level every batch,
Which is nice.
which I kind of find annoying because I would like to get a random selection of random levels, like what happens in Foundry.
Okay, it did roll that on the D100, so just I mean, obviously you all are running into Pokemon.
This is my surprised
I-
face.
I know, right? Yeah, running into Pokemon in the Pokemon game. Who would have thought?
What is the world coming to?
You
The hell
can't
you say?
swing a ghost dog without hitting a Pokemon in the Pokemon world.
Please don't swing, Crowley.
What if he likes it?
Yeah, but you can't.
Oh, that one.
Just teaching Crowley how to dance. It's fine. But I mean,
So wait, if Crowley knows dig and gets into the ground before you start teaching him to dance, does that mean you can teach him how to Dougie? That
no,
was a
Excuse me a minute.
stretch.
no. No, you teach him how to dig Dougie.
Oh, that was a stretch on my part, and I apologize for nothing.
Give me a second, folks. Booking a flight ticket to New Zealand.
Purely so you can punch me once and get back on the plane.
I will ask you to show up at the airport, so it takes as less time as possible.
Not wasting any time on this.
No.
Apart from the flights,
Gets
halfway
off the-
around the world and back.
Yeah, 23 hours.
Spend a
Literal
day,
opposite sides of the planet.
spend a day in the air, slap Andrew, spend a day in the air again.
Spend immediate day. 5
Worth
minutes in
it.
New Zealand, walks, heads back. Yeah,
Gets off the plane
Okay.
in the UK and just says, worth it.
exactly.
Would you even have jet lag at that point because you're back in the time zone you left real quick?
Just sleep through the flights.
Exactly.
Who sleeps on flights? It's
I do.
impossible.
I
It's
wish I could.
Oh wait, you can sleep anywhere.
I sleep on
I've
flights
never been on a plane.
every time I fly.
Flights are impossible
I
to sleep on.
It's how I get
I
through
would
the
like
flight without
everyone
having
to roll me a
anxiety.
d4, please.
A D4.
D&D deep
I
dive.
hope you like the stretching for time there, Julia.
Hmm?
I hope you like the stretching for time.
Oh,
Oh,
look,
that was
Ha!
that's fantastic. That works out perfectly.
To one
Perfect
for
order of
three.
Well,
operations.
okay.
We understood
right.
the assignment, apparently.
You all really did. Fantastic. Okay. So, starting with
Me?
Satomi.
Yes.
As you are looking for things,
Desperately trying to get Satomi
You-
to keep a Pokemon.
you take a second to like pause after digging through a patch of grass, and you straighten
Straightens
up.
with an extra defense in hand. It's just like, who leaves these lying around, honestly?
There is a sensation on the back of your neck. Which
Another
then
Halucha.
goes
Oh
goes
no!
down under the collar of your shirt and then starts going down your left arm. It's both pinching and scratching as it goes.
And Satomi immediately begins flailing to try to get her jacket off as soon as possible.
So throwing the jacket to the ground, a small yellow ball of fluff rolls out of the arm sleeve,
Ooh, I know
Friend.
what this is.
and then 4 little legs just out of it, and a small little beady-eyed face looks up at you as a Joltik crawls out of your sleeve.
And you picked the worst type for Satomi to run into as she grabs her jacket and flies into the air and away from this thing as fast as possible.
But it's a
Perfect.
oh, is
Because
she scared of bugs?
Because
Oh, no.
she's a flying enthusiast and electric types will prey on her.
But it's also a bug type.
So my question is this an abandoned ship sort of
Yes.
maneuver, or a get into position to kill maneuver?
Abandoned ship as dignified as possible.
Okay.
Bravely
Do
ran
we-
away.
Do the rest of us hear a scream that is suddenly suppressed?
It's less of a scream and much more of a what the
A
no,
surprise noise.
leaving right now. But you will absolutely find Satomi in the air and away from the grass.
Everything okay up there?
Just a Joltik, nothing to worry about for the rest of you. I will be fine.
Ramon,
Mhm.
having looked up to see this, and your new freshly acquired TM having just been put into your backpack, you hear a whinny behind you
Ooh.
and the sound of a hoofbeat against the ground.
This could go one of two ways.
What is this?
A small white quadrupedal horse-like Pokemon with a purple and blue mane,
Ooh.
as Galarian Ponyta.
My Little Pony.
You're not wrong.
Oh,
My little
Ramon's gonna hands up. Wait, is it Is it like, what's it doing right now?
Currently it's like standing near a tree and like it has started to dig out some of the root underneath of it with its hoof. And you're only like 5 feet away from this thing. It has clucked you, and the noise was basically, "Hey, right beside you.
Ah,
I'm just gonna dig some
Excuse
stuff
me.
up over here."
I know you're there and I'm busy doing my thing, so.
I
hold
did
on
not
for a
realize
second.
how tiny these things were. 2'7".
Yep.
Little baby ponies.
Um, oh no.
And as she digs out enough of the root, she begins gnawing on it.
Um, I don't have, what, I never know what to do. How many times? This
Just
is to
throw
be
a Pokeball.
expected. Why am I never prepared? I'll just throw a Pokeball.
Okay.
I have a great ball.
Yeah, roll me a d20.
Ooh, a great ball.
Let me
What is
pull.
that? What modifiers is that though?
What
Minus
PDF?
10 modifier.
Well,
Whatever that
you
means.
put it in the handouts, so it's
Oh, I did, didn't I?
so you just you flip the sign on the modifiers and divide by 5. So in the book, if it says a -10, you said?
Yeah.
So then it's a +2 to the roll.
Okay, I'll change that on my sheet.
So that would be a 14 on the capture roll. And the capture rules themselves.
I got it.
You got them? Yeah, they're also in the handouts.
I only rolled a 12.
With another +1 because of the amateur trainer bonus. So it's so it'd be a 15 total to the roll. And base capture rate is 10. For each 10 levels it has, it's +1. So if it's level 10, it's probably that makes it an 11. And then you subtract 2 for each checkbox, which if it's Ponyta, that means 1. So it's probably somewhere around a 9 to capture.
Yep. You throw the great ball out of reflex at this point.
Yeah.
And it hits, bounces, and then rolls under the root that she was eating, and then you see it wobble once, twice, 3 times, and then go still.
Ramon is very impressed with himself and goes over to collect both the Pokeball and the root that the Ponyta was eating, because we're not going to take away this Ponyta snack. That's not cool. I would be very cross if someone prevented me from having my meal.
You prevent yourself from having your meal most of the time.
Don't call me out.
Hey, Jack, have you eaten today?
Yes.
Okay,
I made them a smoothie earlier.
good. Thank you. I'm popping this into your...
Speaking of which, I should go make food for me.
Please take care of your flesh prisons. I want both of you to stay alive.
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes you do. You know what? I'm not gonna look into that.
Sometimes you stay alive, or sometimes you take care of your flesh prison.
Yes.
Mood TBH.
I'll wait until, since I'm 3, I'll wait until after this. And then I'll make food.
Okay. All right, Jack, you should have your new Ponyta. Quiet natured.
Cool.
Okay. And Sen, you're number 3. So you begin. You didn't have any luck, did you? That's right. You rolled a 1 on your.
Yep.
Okay. So you may not have found anything item-wise, but and the reason all of you are getting these rarer Pokemon right now is because my D100 on what do we give them came up as 100.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
So, but you run into a small creature about 2 foot tall. The most noticeable feature immediately is the gigantic second mouth attached to the head as you run into a Mawile.
Yes.
Which, as soon as you clock it, it clocks you, and you see that head, that second head, whip around to look at you. Which is weird because it does not have eyes.
Above table, is this something that Annabella would want?
No, I just really like Mobile.
Okay, cool.
Nah, not her type.
Yeah.
Mawile is one of my favorite Pokemon.
I love Mobile. Not one of my favorites, but love.
I like Steel Fairies.
Yes.
Which is why
There's only one good
which,
one.
which is
Klefki
why.
doesn't exist.
Well, I mean,
Fuck
Tinkaton.
Klefki.
yeah.
Fair.
Tinkaton
Actually,
is
I had
also Steel Fairy. That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
Tinkaton was in my champion team in Violet.
That's fair. It probably would have been if I finished that game.
It was a good
that.
game.
I need to go back and finish it.
Say I will.
Probably not.
No,
but
no,
yeah, that
go back
mouth
and
is
finish it.
looking
It's
at
great.
you, and it holds up both
Eh.
hands like it's ready to fight.
Bugs, like mechanical bugs aside, it's one of the best stories that they've written.
Oh, the story's great. It's everything else. Anyway,
Everything else is entirely tolerable. Anyways, so you said it's holding up its hands like it's gonna fight
Yeah,
while its back is turned to me.
yeah.
It's got a face on both sides.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
fair.
Its back being turned to you means
So-
nothing.
So yeah. It looks like it's gonna fight. So I cross my arms and through Aura Pulse to the Mawile. Are you looking for a fight, or did I accidentally trample into your territory?
Hold, please. You see it sort of take a step back, which I mean,
Or forward?
just puts it closer to you.
Okay.
But
It takes
you
a step
see
backwards from
that
its
mouth
perspective.
sort of go down, and it turns around to like actually look at you with its eyes. You startled me.
Well, I'm very sorry.
Well, you should be. I'm really tough, and I could have hurt you.
I fully believe it. Are you? Mawiles aren't usually found in this area, right?
No. No,
You're-
usually they are found out around Dewford in the Granite Cave.
You're a bit far from where we might normally see folks like you. Is everything okay?
Yeah, a little bit okay, I guess. A little bit okay, I guess. My trainer sort of abandoned me. So I'm just kind of out here now.
Indignation rises.
But it's fine. I'm strong, and I am not afraid, and I am capable.
I can tell. Actually, I am on a very dangerous mission and could use strong and capable allies.
Well, there's nobody stronger or more capable than me.
Would you like to join my team?
You see it sort of shy away for a second. Go ahead and give me an intuition roll.
Yeah. $22.
This Pokemon is traumatized.
Yeah.
This poor thing has been, you don't know how long this thing's been abandoned. And the moment you that immediate reaction of this just happened, it might happen again,
Yeah.
is very prevalent on its face.
I will reach into my bag and pull out one of my citrus berries. And kneel down and just hold it out.
Its hands don't move, but that second mouth rotates and just chomps down.
Are you familiar with Pokemon Rangers?
No. What are
Should-
those?
He'll hold up the capture styler on his wrist. Have you seen one of these before?
Just a second. Not those stats. Those stats. Thank you. No. Doesn't look familiar at all.
He'll reach up, pull the top off, and send it spinning, and it'll do this like sort of, it does this like multicolored gradient line of light that just sort of spirals after it as it spins around the Mawile once before coming back to the styler. They're tools. These are tools that help rangers communicate with Pokemon like you.
It puts up its hands and just like follows the light.
Yeah, it is apparently in universe. It's like sort of a mesmerizing light to Pokemon. They find it fascinating.
That's different. That's what okay, that's a thing. Wait, how can you talk to me?
Well, when I was younger, I was trained under a very strict Lucario, and also my dad. And they taught me how to talk to Pokemon.
So the way you said that, it sounded like the Lucario was your dad.
That may or may not actually be the case. We don't
I
know.
I
know.
mean, in ancient times.
Was the Lucario your dad? Or
No,
Thank you, Julie.
okay.
at least not that I know of.
I would figure that out.
Some mysteries of life are best left unsought.
I'm very sure that's true.
This is so saying I don't want to think about what freaky shit my mom might have gotten up to. That's not me.
Something book in the Canalave library.
I'll go with you. But you have to make a promise.
Absolutely.
You can't abandon me.
I never would.
Okay. You see just the faintest bit of tears forming at the edge of its eyes.
He'll reach up and tap the hilt of Murasame, who like will float up and like float over. You can ask Murasame. They've been with me since we met, and that's been years now.
Okay. I'll go with you.
I will hold out a Pokeball.
It will it will sort of steal itself, and then I made a funny. It will reach up and touch the Pokeball.
As I continue my tactic of never once throwing a Pokeball to capture a Pokemon.
It's great.
The best part about
Okay.
Pokemon Tabletop is never actually having to fight one Pokemon, is just making friends with them.
It is so much
Yeah.
more fun to like
It is
talk your
fun.
way into catching a Pokemon than just
Mhm.
beating the shit out of it and taking it.
I mean,
Mhm.
that would be fun if that was the dynamic the Pokemon
Oh,
was
totally. Yeah.
seeking. You better prove yourself to me.
Yeah,
But
but
it's
it's
not
not being
fun
the
to just
default is great.
Run
I
up
mean-
and beat up a random.
That I fully
That
expect.
was kind of the whole Lucha from last game,
Oh, yeah,
except
yeah.
Satomi just went Mama Bear angry on it.
I
Yeah.
fully expect if we run into a Lucario that I will have to have a punch up with the Lucario.
Yeah. But that's again,
absolutely.
like it not being the default option is nice.
Yes.
I have never caught a Mawile. Like in
You're
the
doing
game,
yourself a
They're-
disservice.
in the games.
You should. Mega Mobile is really good.
I've never once caught a Mawile in the games.
Mega Mawile gets huge power,
And an extra mouth.
which is absolutely fucking disgusting.
I love
Look,
that it's
Which, the
it goes from
ability or the
getting
extra mouth?
it goes from getting ponytails to pigtails.
The twin tail. Yeah, it gets twin tails.
I will also ask the Mawile for her name.
His name,
Or his name. Fair.
you asked me too fast.
Shadow the Hedgehog. All one word.
Oh God.
All one word.
What is it? Darkness Ravina Way.
Ebony Darkness Dimension
yeah,
Raven Way.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, my immortal references in 2024. What is this?
It pains me that I've remembered that.
Yeah, the fact that I
Although,
also remembered
I'll
that.
say I'm impressed that
I-
you remember the full name.
Technically, I didn't pronounce it correctly because there's an apostrophe, so I should have said darkness.
No,
Yes,
Doc.
yeah.
Ugh.
Apostrophe Ness. Yeah.
Ah,
The trick is to
Darkness.
clench
I
your butt
see.
cheeks. The trick is to clench your butt cheeks.
Which is how it feels when you're reading My Immortal.
Exactly. And I just broke Julia.
Breaker.
Breaker. Man, I've got a
Okay.
Crash and Breaker.
I mean, it is kind of what you do. You crash into people and you break them.
That's true.
fair.
So Annabella,
Fine.
with our last Pokemon from this.
Satomi continuing
Yes.
her streak of not capturing Pokemon.
You
Look, it's not my fault. I'm easy prey for electric types.
you find the last one of your
Okay.
shards, and you look up from kneeling on the ground, and there's a small little green creature in front of you with a single leaf sticking out of its head.
Baby. No,
Chica?
just not.
Yes.
We
Super type, still cute as hell.
we get a healer now, finally. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not planning to take Sage, so. Annabella just tilts her head and goes, right there. Ghost type. She'll reach into her pouch and pull out some some snacks. I imagine she has some I imagine she has some
It's
plant stuff somewhere.
It's the weirdest thing to me to think of that grass that people often consider grass types be herbivores, because that's just them eating their family. I feel like grass types should be carnivores
They
to
mostly
take some back.
phototrophs. No.
Yeah, they're not all
photosynthesize.
phototrophs. Not
They're-
all of them are phototrophs.
They
Some
mostly.
are omnivore.
Like I said, I feel like grass types should eat meat so that they can take one back from the animal kingdom.
They
mean, it's
photosynthesize. That's why they're grass types.
It's only eating your family if you're eating a Pokemon of the same species.
It's only cannibalism if it's none of the cannibalism region of the Hoenn region.
Otherwise, it's just sparkling mutilation.
I was trying to get there, but I wasn't sure what the follow-up was.
Fuck. For reference, this is both a phototroph and an herbivore.
See?
But yeah, you can search in your through your pack of rations to find something that you're fairly certain it would be able to eat.
Mhm.
Because those trail rations are basically beef jerky, granola bars, a bottle of water, and some
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, probably the granola bar.
As you begin unwrapping it, you see it just sort of like sniff up in the air, and immediately just eyes dart.
She'll just kind of carefully hand it out,
So,
like motion it out.
So's allergic, so he would have offered Ramon his nuts.
Crazy.
God damn it!
You want to
so
take that one again?
you
No.
reach
Don't be a
out
coward.
the
Don't.
you reach out the granola bar, and it just sort of backs up a couple steps.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Just she'll like place it on the ground, kind of wrap her like so it's pointing upwards and not like in the dirt.
It'll cautiously take a step forward and sniff out at it. And after a minute, and after it sort of gets the sense that you are not a threat just because you are larger than it, it does begin to eat the granola bar.
One of the few times that'll apply to Annabella.
Soon. And it eats about it leaves about a quarter of it left in the wrapper. And then it just sighs contentedly and then looks up at you and then takes a couple steps back again.
Also, I want to say that I love the fact that Ramon's capture of the ponytail was basically, ah!
Annabella will like hardly move, but will like motion outwards, like palm up for her to like reach out to like pet them, but will like pull back if there's any like flinch or come like pull back.
Go ahead and give me a charm roll.
Okay. Not my. Hold on, this is where I'll check if I have a thing.
It's okay. Your
Just what I
DC's
think I
lowered
do.
because you provided food.
Yeah. Okay. I only have that bonus. I only have any bonuses to this if it's a ghost type. 8.
Okay. You hold your hand out. It does take a couple of minutes, but it eventually like leans forward to nudge the hand. And after a couple of pets, you feel it physically relax.
Mhm.
And just sort of like plops down and looks up at you, letting you pet it.
Okay. She'll just give it scratches kind of around the nubbins around its neck where the vines come out, and then kind of just the base of the leaf, just where she imagined it, not her specialty, so she doesn't know exactly where it'd be best, but like taking wild guesses. And then
It does seem pleased.
Yeah. And she thinks for a moment, debating. And then she'll take. Trying to think if she like wants this chikorita or not, like properly.
That is completely fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she'll like spend a few minutes giving it pets. And then very politely just kind of extricates herself from it.
Okay.
from them.
Yeah.
Just yeah. As much as I love Chikorita, they are adorable.
Not what you're
Annabella
going
would
for
not,
with this build.
and not Annabella's cup of tea. Too traditionally cute for Annabella.
Fair enough. All right.
And then
So
Anna likes the weird stuff.
with all of those Pokemon, with the newly acquired Pokemon in your possession, you guys gather up once again and start walking down the route. And as you begin walking towards your destination, that's where we're going to take our break for the evening.
All right. So, see that are watching live, please stay tuned
Okay.
for these commercial messages. And remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So, stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back. A dinosaur story.
I was gonna say a Kabutops story. Because as soon as you said dinosaur story, every fossil Pokemon left my fucking head.
So
Everyone's
one
been,
of the few ones that's not a dinosaur.
Yeah.
everyone's been replying like a Tarantrum story after I say that. So,
Yeah.
It's the obvious one.
ooh, my food's done.
Go feed yourself. Okay. You all gather together as a group and begin walking once again. Is there any conversation that's happening along the way? Any discussions that need to be had, or are you all just hunkering down and doing your best to make time to get back?
Ramon is going to brag about having found a purple ponyta. Because he thinks that's really cool.
She's adorable and tiny.
Well, I would probably really like them, honestly. Don't really see this form of ponyta often.
So we'll be very excited to hear about your ponyta and compliment it. You did a good job. I love it. It's great.
She's very cute.
Satomi raises an eyebrow. Are you certain it was a ponyta? I've not heard of them being purple before.
Well, it's very cute.
Are you unfamiliar with the regional differences between some types of Pokemon?
No, but perhaps this particular species is not one that is different, to my knowledge.
Well, in I think it's Galar, Ponyta look like that instead of the flaming horse that they normally look like.
Ah, I see. Things are a bit. Yes, we do not have that particular variant.
I'm used to the flaming horse too, but
They're very
this one is
yeah.
really pretty. So I'm not
You
gonna
would-
complain.
You would see the odd one of I would see the odd one of these in Kalos when I was younger, but not often.
It's a bit far from home.
People would import them over from Galar.
What's their name?
Um it Ponyta.
Do you want me to ask?
Yeah.
I will ask the Ponyta. I'll first introduce myself to the Ponyta and then ask what their name is.
My Little Pony name generator.
It sort of blinks up at you. Like that's you're gonna get the same reaction from a lot of Pokemon, which
Yeah.
that's fucking new. And it's just that's and then you will hear in your head in not responding in aura but responding in telepathy. How can you do that? Are you psychic too?
No. I can sense and read your aura, and I'm interfacing. My warrior spirit is interfacing with yours.
That's why it feels different. Okay. Okay.
Think of it like a Lucario, if
Don't
you're familiar
upset
with those.
the Ponyta, please.
I'm not. We're having a
Okay.
conversation.
She'll turn and look at you, Ramon, and you'll hear in your head, Can you do that too?
Wait.
The ponytail's psychic,
wait.
by the way, if that wasn't clear.
I'm
Wait.
curious.
These ponies are psychic type. I'm fairy.
Ponyta is just I mean, Ramon is just staring at the Ponyta. Like Ponyta is getting the same reaction she gave so.
Yes.
That's really weird.
She just sort of
In a good way.
looks at her hooves.
In a good way.
Wait, it's not. Oh, I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
She'll look at So and then she'll look back at you. No. I get it. I understand now. It's a compliment.
But yeah, we're wondering what your name was.
Now Julia is deciding if she just goes wholesale for it or not.
Do it.
Coward.
Twilight.
Yes.
Their name is Twilight.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I hope we grow to be really good friends.
Me too.
They do say friendship is magic, so.
Thank you. Your GM wants 2 more regional variants of Ponyta. I need a Pegasus and I need an Alicorn, and then all of it will be complete. And then I
Yeah,
can be
we have
happy.
the unicorn and the Earth Pony, yeah.
Yeah, she says her name's Twilight, and she looks a little prouder when she says that.
Ramon will fish out the root that she was eating and return it to her.
And she will take that and gnaw on it as you guys walk. There's every once in a while you see it like roll out and just stop midair and then go back into her mouth.
Now I just need a Mudsdale so that the Yaoi manga can be complete.
God damn it. Oh. Okay. That was a thing. That was said.
We've said a
And
lot of
Dick,
things tonight.
And it can go away now.
I'm not sure we should be proud of ourselves.
If you
always
walk away
proud.
proud of a D&D session, you're either doing it wrong or you're doing it way too right. And
I'm proud of
It's
every
hard to tell
session
what
I
this
have.
was.
my Pokemon wants to join me.
Apparently.
So if is any other conversation happening other than the introduction of Twilight?
Well, if anyone is curious, they can see that Satomi has shed her jacket for a an athlete's-ish tank top and still looks rather frazzled.
Do you need like a minute, Satomi?
No, I'm sure I will be fine.
It's
in
okay.
time.
It's okay if you do. Like everyone's got something that freaks them out. Even me.
I
What
trust.
happened?
I trust you are familiar with elemental type advantages.
Mm-hmm.
As a wind rider, electric types will find me, and they will make my life hell, to use the vernacular. Flying is not just a type that I specialize in, it is part of who I am, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. That makes sense to me.
To Ramon and sign, Satomi found a Joltik, and it freaked her out.
I have some similar issues with rock and ice types, though electric is the worst of it.
I mean,
It is not uncommon for warriors of Singan. We all have our own specific affinities, some for one type, some for two, even three in some rare cases.
yeah, no. I used to get freaked out by I used to get freaked out by ghost types, and then my mentor locked me in a graveyard for 24 hours.
That is not a good way to get used to ghost type Pokemon.
That's how I figured out how to punch them, and then I got better.
Satomi just looks doubly perplexed by this.
Even as a ghost type specialist, I'm extremely cautious around them.
You'll just hear in your head, perhaps therapy is an option.
From who?
From Artorias.
Yeah, that was such.
Was that
If Ramon could
broadcast
hear that,
or
he
a
would-
single target?
No, that was just to So.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's for the best because otherwise So would get sassed right now.
So we'll look contemplative and not respond. But yeah, no. If you throw a punch just the right way, you can hit a ghost type.
Oh,
I
Your
believe that
abilities-
You believe that.
your abilities amaze me every day. No, to be fair, I'm
Stop
only
trying to
also,
eat the microphone.
I'm also
I mean,
unnerved by ghost types at the best of times.
I could demonstrate if we find a ghost type that nobody minds me knocking out.
Well, I mean, the three of you all have ready access to at least one ghost type on the regular, do you not?
I don't think we need to be punching our friends.
Yeah, I don't want to punch Murasame. He's the sword.
I meant your phones.
I don't want to poach Rotom either. He's my phone.
I don't
Do you punch your
you're making me
devices
think
in
about
Singan?
you.
No, because we don't have trickster spirits in them.
Oh.
Rotom's not a trickster spirit.
Perhaps to you.
Rotom's just Rotom.
I mean, if you're mean to your Rotom, maybe he'll be mean to you too, but Rotoms are cool.
They're just helpful little guys.
What did you do to piss off Rotom?
This must be another of those regional variant
wait.
differences. that-
Electric type. That's what it is.
Not just that. We have.
Why would you want a non-electric type in your phone? It's a phone.
There are some places that use Porygon.
Yeah. And it wants to
Or-
die. I've seen them.
Or perhaps.
That doesn't sound ideal.
Poryphones are victims, and they should not be allowed.
I think it's probably for the best that your electrical device be paired up with an electrical Pokemon.
If I had to suggest something to. If I had to suggest a Pokemon to power a phone, and the look on her face is making it abundantly clear that she is only entertaining this topic because it has come up. It's not a thing where she's from. If I had to suggest a Pokemon to power a phone, I would perhaps a Beldum?
But Beldum can't fit inside of a phone.
Yeah.
He's too big.
Beldum is like an arm.
I don't want to carry around an arm-sized phone. And it'll get even bigger. That is way too big for a phone.
Yeah. How would you make a call on a Matang?
Hold on, let me answer my Metagross real quick.
They can mega evolve. I don't want my phone to mega evolve.
Perhaps it is for the best that we do not actually implant our devices with Pokemon
But we
where I'm from.
No,
If
you just need
it-
to use a Rotom.
If
Why?
it helps, Satomi, they are usually, most of the time, more than willing. It's not that we
Yeah, Rotom.
make them or anything.
Yeah,
They
Rotom.
generally
Rotom,
like it.
Rotom like inhabiting electronics.
Which is exactly why they are considered to be tricksters. In
I mean,
Singen, Latinos, Montfrosa, Iria, everywhere.
not if you don't piss them off.
I feel like we've got
Yes, well,
this feels like one of those cultural barriers that is not going to be overcome in the walk between here and Mauville.
Yeah, but it hurts a little bit.
Maybe it's best we drop the subject.
If you ever need help with your phone, ask. I guess.
oh, I am fairly confident that my phone will function perfectly fine. It always has, and
Satomi has a Nokia flip phone while everybody else has a smartphone.
no, Satomi has a smartphone. It just doesn't have a Rotom in it.
This is the
Equivalent.
equivalencies.
Yes,
My phone does what it needs to do. It sends emails, it takes calls and texts. That's all I need it to do.
You go, oh no,
don't need your-
it's on a Nokia. It's a BlackBerry.
I don't need your fancy apps.
I'm still stuck on the Metagross phone thing, so it's like, hold on, I'll have to call you back. My phone's being weird. Mega evolves.
Oh no.
that's when it
Metagross.
becomes that's when it
Metagross-
becomes the tablet.
Metagross has 4
That's when
arms.
it's an iPad.
It handles conference calls.
One in each hand.
Exactly.
I like the idea that Metagross handles conference calls by just holding the phones.
Yes, exactly. That's yeah, like, and Beldum can handle a phone just by holding it and plugging itself in.
It has little claws. You can put the phone in between.
Yeah, exactly. Beldum is just a fancy phone case.
It has little claws. The little triclaw.
Beldum is a personal personal data assistant in that it will operate your computer for you.
So
Do we
you
need
guys,
to like take you up? Do we need to like take you up a mountain because or something to find Pokemon that can add to your team?
I was born in the mountains.
I know that's
But-
I return you to the mountains and so you can find your
Perhaps.
people.
So
take Satomi to Mount Kirikiri and be like, all right, here you go, you're free. Just enjoy the region.
I live here now.
Yeah. Just then shows up.
Perhaps,
Just ends up in Fortress. Stays there.
Perhaps, though, I'm sure I will find Pokemon suitable to my particular affinities in elsewhere. Perhaps, for instance, if I were to acquire a Magikarp or a Zubat, I could raise them to be effective partners.
Oh, if you want a
Well,
magic
plenty around.
card, like
You can
he
get a Magikarp.
points over at the water. Go stick your hand in the water and you'll find a Magikarp.
Is that
Want
all
me to go get you a Magikarp? I owe you one.
Actually, if you go too far, if you go 5 feet out, you'll probably find a Wingull somewhere. They're,
Uh,
they're
Wingull-
everywhere.
As you look over to the stream on the side, as if to like accentuate your point, you see a Zigzagoon sort of stick its head into the water and just pull out the fin of a Magikarp, and then like look at it, assess it, and then just drop and let it go back into the water.
No good. Bad eating.
They're all bone.
Mm-hmm. And in alternate dimensions, they're actually delicious.
Yeah. Well, I like
Which,
the,
we had this conversation last
yeah,
session.
we did. I still like the idea that they are all bone and also delicious.
What little meat is on them.
It's not even that. Chewing the bone is delicious. Like it's just like
I
it's
mean,
just like a
ooh,
rawhide
I like
stick
that.
for
Bone
humans.
is a thing.
Yeah.
See, I was just gonna say, if you take a Magikarp and you just cook it on the grill, you suddenly have ribs.
but just the ribs.
Just the
just like, Freaking ribcage.
But it's like
Right.
just chewing on it, like just sucking on a Magikarp bone is really delicious. It doesn't give you anything; it just flavors your spit, but it's super delicious.
Oh, I don't know. There's
Sure.
good nutrition in bone marrow.
It's like a salt lick for humans.
That's extremely cursed.
Are you going over to the river to see if you can grab a Magikarp?
Oh,
You could probably get 4 easy.
Or look up,
Oh.
find, like I said, look up, find Wingull.
Just take your bag and run it through the water, and then when you pick it up, it'll have 2 in it at least, depending on how
And
big
that-
they are.
and that would ruin my casual wear, my formal wear, my change of clothes, my food
Well, take that out
supplies.
first, and then once your
Look,
bag
look.
dries off, you can put it back in.
What we're saying is that Magikarps are the rats of the riverways. You can find as many as you need.
I suppose perhaps I will at some point. A Gyarados would be a fine addition to the team.
Cool, let's go. I'm going to lead the way towards the river.
I mean, we do have to cross the river anyway to get back to Morville, so
You do.
I'm just going to go to the river, stick a hand in, and try to just like scoop slap a Magikarp out towards Satomi.
Roll me a d20, please.
Ramon is just going to roll up his pant legs and go wading in
16.
the water and splash his face, because it's been a long day of walking.
So you reach in, and almost immediately you feel something smack into your hand, and you just throw it with all force you can to smack it up onto the side of the riverbank.
Did I throw
And,
a Bidoof at Satomi?
No,
Surprise, P-Bass.
out pops a bright golden Magikarp.
Just goes flying at Satomi.
Show off.
What'd I say?
Ramon signs that at you.
I'm sorry, not only did you randomly find a Magikarp, you find a shiny?
Ramon signs something unpleasant in your direction.
I will sign a heart.
Sarcastically.
I'll just hold a heart back up towards Ramon.
well, that is certainly one way to do it. But Satomi. Oh no, that is in response to So's fishing methods.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
certainly.
But Satomi will check with the take a quick glance around the others before producing a Pokeball.
Just gesturing at it. I did this for you.
Ramon's just chilling, ankle deep in the water.
Yeah, Satomi's she will approach, but she will hover about 3 inches above the river surface.
It's
just
on the
because she can.
ground.
It's on the riverbank. And wait, let me just check. Okay. Yep. And yeah, gonna go ahead and drop one of my Pokeballs on this Magikarp.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
You're doing it a favor.
Rolls in that one, eats it like that Whiscash in one episode.
14.
Yeah.
Because there is an unseeable difference in the token, but apparently enough that they
Easy.
labeled them differently. Is this a male or female Magikarp?
Male Whiskers are longer.
Catch.
What was it, Julia?
You are breaking up a good bit.
Okay, can people hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations, you have a new Magikarp. It has been placed into your folder.
Very good.
Is this a male or a female Magikarp?
This one is a male.
No, I see. The difference is that the female Magikarps have white whiskers and the male ones have yellow whiskers.
Okay. Okay, normally one of those things like its length, but yeah.
go ahead and update that as needed.
I'd say also a shiny Magikarp. Which means red Gyarados, maybe. Well, possibly.
Probably.
Yeah, but it's Julia, and it's a shiny, and it's Julia, so it could be. End up
That
being a
is why I
purple-
said maybe.
Could be a purple Gyarados for all we know.
That is why I said maybe.
Could be rather than being
If
water
it's a golden
flying.
Magikarp, it's
Rather than being water flying, it could be like dragon flying.
yo.
A Gyarados as an actual dragon.
Yeah.
That'd be nice actually.
It is a crime that the Pokemon devs did not make Gyarados dragon from the start.
Mega's not even dragon.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Uh,
That's the-
This
Is it-
is
is
my
it not?
That was the
biggest pet
true crime.
peeve.
It's dark.
Oh right,
Yeah.
it's dark.
It's water dark.
They had
waters
they
are
had a-
dark and
They had a
deep.
chance to redeem
In the same gen,
themselves.
they added Mega Sharpedo, which is also water dark.
They had a chance.
Yeah, but
to redeem
Sharpedo is water
themselves,
dark by
and
itself. So.
Instead,
Yes, but it's Mega doesn't change. So they added two water dark types when they had the perfect opportunity to make it a water dragon.
I cannot forgive the Pokemon Company for not giving Flygon a Mega, especially because of their bullshit reasoning, which is we couldn't think of a good enough design.
There were so many good ones online.
And yet
I'm
they could
sorry.
think of a good design for Mega Garbodor.
Right, like
I mean, that was
Giga-
G-Max
or
Garbodor.
G-Max Garbodor, but still.
To be fair, actually good design though.
I mean, yeah. So yeah, so just having just slapped a shiny Magikarp out of the river, I will look at the other two. Do either one of you want a Magikarp?
I shall politely pass. Magikarp isn't my
too much work.
not particularly my preference.
In the Saturday game, Jack's character, who is a Darkrai hybrid, has a Magikarp strapped to their book bag, and I cannot wait until they try to phase through a wall and realize that, and before realizing the Magikarp's not going to go with them.
Yep, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I can't wait.
That Magikarp's name is George, and he just really wants to get up to the top of a mountain
He's the
Damn
team
right.
mascot.
because the legend is swimming up a waterfall, but he knows he can't swim up a waterfall, so he figured if he goes up the dry way, it'll still count.
Not that that's any easier.
Is it just a regular Magikarp or is it a Magikarp hybrid?
No,
No,
it's
it's
just a
not
Magikarp.
Just a
No,
Magikarp.
I would
Cool.
never do that.
Thank God.
I would never
No one
subject a
deserves that.
hybrid to be.
If I see a Magikarp hybrid, I'm just gonna look at it and say, may God
Oh,
have mercy
honey.
on your soul.
Don't worry, Arceus will forgive me for this.
Just put it on every-
Just snap the neck.
I'm doing you a favor.
Anyways, how long is it going to take us to get to Mallville?
You guys have another
Day of travel, probably.
day of travel. Yeah.
Mhm.
You'll probably have to camp. If you push, you can get there in a day. But you will go through into nighttime.
Ramon's lazy. He'd rather camp.
I
Camping,
think it takes probably more work.
camping will give Yara yet another chance to find a Shuppet.
True.
This is very true.
I do like my beta.
I look in the air for any fly and see if there are any birds that I might be able to point out to Satomi.
Frankly, starting at mid-afternoon, Ramon starts keeping his eye out for any secret bases they can crash in.
Oh yeah, that too,
How
yeah.
far are we off? How are we off from that secret base we found the night before?
Yeah, was it?
That was
I
alright.
forget what it was up
Here-ish,
above.
wasn't it?
The
No.
one you guys stayed in?
No,
I
no,
think
because
I think
no,
we're
that was
walking away from that
we were
one.
walking. We've been walking away from that secret base.
Oh,
We
okay.
didn't, we didn't
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
very far before we had to turn around.
Right, okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, you guys like an hour's walk, and then you had your phone call, and then we're like, oh, okay, turn around.
So yeah,
Yep.
I will also be looking. I'll be looking for a bird and a secret base.
Anyone who's looking for a secret base can give me either perception or survival. Anybody who's specifically looking for a very if anybody's looking for specific Pokemon, I'll need a perception check.
18 on the survival, 6 on the perception check.
Ramon is mostly looking for a secret base, but if he does see any cool birds, he does owe Satomi.
You know what? I would like to make a perception check. Do I need to specify what I'm looking for?
You can just have us do a perception check for Shiggles for anything.
I would like to specify in that case. I would like to try and find a Swablu.
Okay.
It's a 9.
I'm looking for a Rookidee.
Fuck it, we're gonna go for Shuppet.
Double nines.
I'm waiting for Ramon to find a
There have been
Flamigo
3 9s and a 6 on our
and
perceptions.
bring it to Satomi.
nice.
Just so excited.
That's
Just so excited about the Flamigo.
That's gonna be a good moment. Okay, Annabella, you rolled a 9 for a Shuppet. That tap's not going to help you generate a Shuppet, Julia. Give me a few of these so I can pick one that I like.
Yeah, and also I got 18 on my survival to find a hidden base or secret base.
Okay, so as you start looking, you find it's a bit off of the path. Like you have to actively walk a couple of paces into surrounding woods to see it. But there is unlike last night's, which was nice and convenient and placed on like a mound of dirt and very, very easily spotted from the route. This is just a hatch in the middle of the ground.
Walks up. Oh, found one.
And
Ramon
reach
will
down.
come over there.
Open it up.
It is a ladder down into darkness.
I will just drop. It's just like standing like 1 foot on either side of it. Just bring my feet together and drop down.
Ramon is going to pick up Mercedes and drop her down first.
Alright, let's roll for
He
the
knows
damage.
who's the more threatening one in this party. Well, in his party.
That's fair.
Send in the one that will break any ambushes.
All right, well, we'll get to that in a second.
Just drop your Tinka-Tink on top of my head.
Well, we'll give
You
you a
must
second
help.
to move first.
Superhero
So-
landing with the hammer.
Satomi,
Yes,
are you walking or flying at this point?
flying.
Okay. You as you're flying, there is a Swablu that just enters your flight path.
And she will promptly not quite flip over, but at the very least bring herself to a halt in midair and see if she can reach out to this little bird. Hello there.
It stops and sort of does that hover flight. Hi. What are you doing in my territory? What are you
Looking
doing
for-
here?
Looking for someone like you.
Well, there's no one who's more me than me.
I cannot dispute that, my friend.
Good, because it's true. And I'm proud of it. No.
Oh, all the
Hold on.
birds have just left my brain.
Tommy keeps finding all these territorial birds.
Well,
What
only
happens
one
when you
of-
run into proud Pokemon?
This is the
Only
ancestor.
one of them is actually.
This is the
Only
ancestor
one
to
of them
Sky
has
Terror.
wanted to punch her so far.
Okay, so why were you looking for me?
I am recruiting for a team that I will shape into powerful warriors.
I'm a powerful warrior.
Are you now? Would you like to test that?
Yes. Yes, I would.
Okay, then I will go ahead and drop into combat and throw an air cutter at the Swablu.
Okay.
What does it look like when you do air cutter?
Yeah.
When Satomi enters a proper combative stance, she encases her. She gathers gathers the air to herself and kind of just like solidifies it across her arms and legs. So an air cutter is essentially just sweeping one of those arms across to create a wind blade.
I was hoping you were
Uh,
just gonna do Guile's wind, just like Guile's wind blast from
Sonic
Street
boom.
Fighter, Sonic Boom from Street Fighter.
Uh, if I make a character that has Sonic Boom, I will do that.
so you hit and crit. So that's a thing. That's special. So special defense is that much. So we take that much off of that. Okay.
And in response, the Swablu knocks you out.
I mean, it is entirely possible. I do only have 39 hit points right now.
Why?
I got punched by a whole lucha.
Oh yeah. Maybe picking a fight with the Swablu wasn't your best idea.
Okay, so we're gonna try and hit. It's gonna try and hit back. That's gonna hit.
Okay.
I don't think your evasion's 14.
No.
Cool.
So if anyone's likely to get that, I don't think it's possible, but maybe.
Evasion can't be higher than 9.
Oh, okay.
So it lashes back out with a peck. For 20 damage.
Cool. I take 15 of that. And go to 24 hit points.
20 flying type damage.
All right, your turn.
All right. So yeah, once it gets closer and just smashes into Satomi beak first, she will reel back a little bit and produce her last Pokeball. And say, very well, you have some skill. Would you like to join me? I would probably need a charm since we're in the middle of a fight, so.
Yep.
And I get a +2 bonus on this from Elemental Connection. 12.
12. Okay. Yeah. It sort of looks at you appraisingly up and down. Yes, I'll join you.
Very good. Together we shall ride the winds until all and bend. That words. You ever just start a sentence and then just like
Yes.
completely lose any and all form of communication?
Regularly.
Yes.
I
All the time.
routinely forget how to words.
Mhm.
It's called being neurodivergent.
Wee.
My brain is a record, and that record is scratched to shit.
Spent too much time on the turntable. Yeah, she will hold out the Pokeball and say, very good. And together we shall ride the winds and make our kingdom proud.
And kill anyone who stands in our way, and it touches the Pokeball.
Oh. Gets sucked into the gets su as soon as it gets sucked into the Pokeball, Satomi's eyes just widen like, oh, what have I just done?
Be careful what you wish for.
Never meet your heroes.
Swablu.
I love Swablu's being fucking menaces.
They always are.
Adorable, fluffy menaces.
Just ask Winona.
Yep.
Listen, my favorite character of all time is super adorable, but will kill the world.
So Mercedes.
Yes, 100%. Why do you think I enjoy like
Mhm.
narrating for Mercedes sometimes?
You're gonna make me
Mhm.
uppercut Mercedes in a second. It's like Mercedes is coming down hammer first.
I mean, is there any other way?
The fucking shockwave.
Yeah.
Is there any
Just
other way?
Just destroys
Yes.
the secret base.
Not
then you have to
you're a
dig yourselves out.
tink-a-tink.
There are several other ways. I've demonstrated at least one already.
The sheer chaos of dropping tink-a-tink in sight unseen.
All right, you should have your Swablu in your folder.
Yep, there he is.
All right. Man, you look at all my proud little Pokemon players getting full teams and stuff.
Not sure. At this rate, I'm not sure Bulbasaur will ever see the light of day.
So
That's why I turned on the check arena, because it probably wasn't getting used.
me in my Pokemon Silver run through my second time, I kept my starter long enough to get enough Pokemon to fill out a team and then abandoned it in the box until the end of the game.
Oof.
I mean,
I can't do that. I can't do that
Yeah.
with starters. Even if the starters
Same.
are like mid.
I get emotionally attached.
I swap out my Pokemon team regularly.
I make sure at the beginning of the game not to catch any Pokemon that I wouldn't want on my team for the rest of the game, because I run the risk of getting emotionally attached and not being able to take them off my team.
All I heard is that Jack doesn't like playing Nuzlocke.
No. I tried
Note to self,
once
PP
for like
you
2
Nuzlocke.
seconds and then quit.
Don't tempt me with
Oh.
a good time, Yare.
So Annabella,
Hi.
you are it's starting to get it's getting towards sunset. So you've noticed a couple of the more nighttime Pokemon coming out. Some very reluctantly, but some have started to come out. And just barely there is a movement that catches your eye of a small black object just going behind a tree.
She will spin on a dime. Her Pokemon will see that she gets very excited for just a moment, just seeing that glimpse. It could be one of multiple Pokemon, and all of them are fine. And she will make her way towards that noise.
So as you come around the side of the tree, there is a flurry of movement as a cloth-like creature flies up into the tree branches and lands. As you see a small rounded head with two big eyes and a small little horn sticking up from it. It just beams down at you and blinks a few times.
Annabella will smile as sweetly as she can. Hi, there's no need to be scared.
Sort of narrows its eyes at you. Go ahead and give me an intuition roll.
Yeah. sheet, please. There we go. Intuition?
Yeah, you
13.
get the sense you're being judged by this thing.
Hmm.
Like it immediately is sizing you up and seeing if you are a threat.
And she'll just look back, just kind of studying curiously, but not trying to make herself seem off-putting.
Are you a threat
Okay.
or are you prey?
We all know Annabelle's prey.
You are one of three things. You are enemy, friend, or food. We just had to figure out which one. But yeah, it takes a
Hopefully
second.
friend.
It's very hard to read the emotions of this thing, but you see the entire body kind of relax a little bit.
Oh, actually, that should have been a 15 because of elemental connection.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely getting judged.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems to have relaxed around you a bit.
Would you like me to come up there and say hi, or would you like to come down?
It'll think for a second and then begin slowly floating down to your level.
Now's your chance. Hit it with a stick.
The ghost type.
Give him the stick.
Don't give him the stick. It's a ghost type.
Well, no. Melee weapon moves are untyped. It'll still hit.
But they were normal type.
Uh,
Oh wait, no, yeah, no, they're normal type.
struggle is
That's right.
normal. It would be a struggle, wouldn't it? I don't have
yeah.
I don't have weapon moves.
Yeah.
You think my combat's more than a 1d6?
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll it can probably tell she's sizing it up. She's sizing them up purely on like curiosity. Yes. You have no idea how much I've been trying to find one of you.
It doesn't have eyebrows, but if it did, you would get this. And
The cloth wrinkles.
Yeah. There's the little of the cloth of just the right eyebrow.
My name is Annabella. This is Circe, the cat, and Crowley. And we would love if you would come with us.
Not how you spell that word, Julia. It's also not how you spell that word. I can type.
Who needs spelling?
Slapping is red.
Sorry, I am looking for a name to give this thing before before it starts talking to you.
Yep, totally.
Well, while you're looking for that, I just want to talk to the rest of you about a type shifted shiny that I made once for a Pokemon game. It was a fire typed Rattata. I actually completely custom made the sprite by making like giving it a flaming whiskers and a fire bit on the tail.
Okay, that's pretty rad.
And it when found, it had a flame orb as a held item that it was holding.
Oh, no.
Because I like
Which is
environmental
the thing that
storytelling.
burns you if you hold it.
Yeah, but fire types are immune to being burned. I like environmental storytelling. This is a Rattata that found a flame orb and wouldn't let go of it so much that it became a fire type.
I don't care how hot it is. I lick the rock.
This is my rock.
I
I
lick
shall
fire.
not.
I don't care how big the rock is. I said I lick fireball.
This rat itself was in the basement of a building in Viridian City, with a horde of other regular Rattata that
Rat
were
King. Rat
that
King.
were
Rat
Started
King.
its own Rattata cult.
that were worshiping it as a god.
Rat
I
King. Rat
mean-
King.
So,
Rat
Annabella,
god, rat god.
she
Beginning to feel like a rat god.
it looks at you for a second, and then looks at your three
Oh, no. Are we missing bits?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Julia's
you're
internet
starting
is
to
being
cut.
Missing bits.
Julia's internet is being Julia's internet.
It's been doing this all night.
I'm beginning to feel like a rat god, rat god.
Rat god. All the people from over to back now.
I mean, if I ran into a person who became a fire type through sheer force of will, I might also start a cult worshiping them. So I'm
I mean,
just
there's a whole
saying.
ass elementalist type for that.
Back now. Now who thinks their arms are long
Relatable.
enough to slap box? He said rap like a rap, like a robot's like a rap. If it rap like a computer, must be my jeans. I got a laptop in my back pocket, my pen go off, and I half cock it. I fat off the rap profit.
You having
Sorry.
fun over there?
Yeah,
I was not expecting you to go off on full rap god there.
I really like Rap God. It's a fun song.
It's a good song.
I don't think I've ever actually heard the whole thing.
It's very, very good. It's got a couple words that maybe shouldn't have been said at the time nowadays, but it's of the time.
One of my favorite interviews about Eminem. Eminem uses the F slur in several of his early songs, but one of my favorite interviews that I've ever seen was famously gay musician
That could be a couple people.
Elton
There's
John.
Only one of those.
Okay.
Elton John talking about Eminem.
Yeah, and then
And talking about how Eminem is great and like you shouldn't judge him based on the words he used 20 years ago.
Yeah, no, totally.
or however long ago. It's like he doesn't use language in the way that you think he does.
Yeah.
And like, and it was like sort of spliced with Eminem talking about it. It's like, no, I don't. I treat them with the exact same level of respect I treat everybody else.
Mhm.
Which has its pluses and minuses, but it was just really fun. I just really enjoy pairing Elton John, talking about how much he loves Eminem as a person, with that.
Eminem seems like a nice dude and has learned from words like that 20 years ago. So, all
People
pluses.
learn and grow, unless their actions
Prove otherwise.
make it look like they're still the same person.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, we're just gonna riff for a bit while we wait for Julia to return.
Yep.
I am currently working on copying stats and such to menu additions. Did you know Magikarp has base HP 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Magikarp
And,
is
like-
thoroughly pathetic.
But surprisingly beefy physically.
Oh yeah,
Big
it's got, like,
defense because it's
defense
made
6,
of
speed
bone.
6.
It's so that it doesn't die. It has nothing else going for it.
Oh
Yep.
right, this has base speed of 6 instead of 8 because it's got a speed reduction.
Oh, yeah,
nature, which I
Magikarp,
find very
right.
curious.
Magikarp is really fast. I forgot about that.
How do you think they get up the waterfall? They have to be
Not
fast
well,
enough.
that's kind of the
They
trick.
have to be fast enough to outrace a waterfall.
True.
They can't do anything with that speed other than the waterfall. But
Well, I mean, Splash. Splash actually does something.
Yeah, Splash is
Yeah.
actually not terrible.
It
it just moves it.
it makes them move.
It makes
Yeah,
them
but
move and it makes them
gives
harder
them
to hit.
evasion. Yeah, it gives them evasion.
+2 evasion and lets them jump.
Like it's a legitimately good defensive move.
My favorite thing tactic with the Magikarp is to splash them into a zone and then what's the other? They get one other move that they can do.
Flail.
No, not
Tackle.
flail.
Tackle at level
Tackle.
15.
Yeah, tackle.
Yeah, and then flail at like level 40 something.
Just-
Like it's
30
way
apparently.
later. 30. Okay.
You just splash them into the back line of an enemy and then tackle. And so you've got this just brick of defense.
Assassin fish.
You just got this brick of defense in the middle of the enemies.
Yeah, just
Surprise,
assassin
fish slap.
assassin Magikarp.
They see you drop a Magikarp and they laugh.
Everybody
But
laughing
they're
until the
not laughing
Magikarp
for long.
the Magikarp comes in.
Smash cut to where after the battle and the Magikarp is just flopping on top of the
I wish-
pile of bodies.
I wish any of us had talked to the Magikarp because I would have loved for it to have also said, and we will murder our enemies when joining the
Unfortunately,
Hear the lamentations of their woman.
unfortunately, this Magikarp has a quiet nature, so it will.
He
If
will
it-
say
if-
it very quietly.
If it communicates at all, I can only imagine it will do so in as few words as possible. He's the ninja of the team. He doesn't question things. He just takes orders. Just goes hi.
He very
Murders.
quietly splashes his way to the back line and assassinates.
That's what
them.
makes him the assassin.
So while we continue to vamp for time,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to have So go. Well, I realized the thing that I wanted to do required Julia because I wanted to have So try to find a ghost type to show Satomi how to punch ghosts since Satomi doesn't believe him. Just it's like, all right, so Satomi, when you want to punch a ghost, you set your feet. It's all in the rotation of the shoulder, okay? Watch. You just watch a ghost type go
Ghost type
flying.
goes flying.
And then Satomi just looks even more confused because she can just do an air slash.
Yeah, but that's not punching the ghost.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as effective or surprising.
So if Julia's
Oh,
gone for more than 10 minutes, I get a free shop it, right?
Obviously. Wasn't that on
Yeah.
the syllabus?
You'll shop it in 30
Yeah,
minutes.
exactly.
You'll shop it in 30 minutes or it's free.
30 minutes, so-
Also, I wouldn't call air slash unsurprising because on attack roll 15 plus the target flinches.
Yes, but a ghost type is never expecting to get punched.
No one
Fundamentally,
expects the Spanish
Punch
punching.
Inquisition.
yeah, fundamentally, you cannot be more surprising than hitting a ghost with a fighting type move.
Mhm.
See, when you said Spanish Inquisition, I thought about Spanish Fistquisition, and then I
Yes.
That's not bad.
That's where
and
it
then-
is.
And then I immediately thought, because we were talking about Magikarp assassins earlier, nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I had Finquisition.
The Spanish Fishquisition.
I like
Yeah, I had-
Inquisition more.
I had Finquisition, which all of these were.
Finquisition also very
but
good.
no, yes, I am Spanish, so it is appropriate to refer to me punching a ghost as Spanish fisting.
I
You
did
wanna take
not
that one
do
again?
How
that.
about we not?
I did not do that. That is not what I did.
How about we don't and say we didn't?
Too late.
I am on board
It's too
with that
late
plan.
to apologize.
Good,
You're the
because I
one
know
that
you're
needs
not
to
gonna.
apologize.
Good, because you know you weren't gonna. It's too late now to say sorry.
But yeah, no.
Welcome to karaoke of Financial
It's-
Films.
Yeah, right. It is.
Oh man, a karaoke night would be so good.
I'd love it. I'd love
It-
to join you, but middle of the night.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure it
middle
would
of
be
the night.
good, but it might be entertaining.
It's
Yeah.
very hard to do
Oh, I'm
karaoke
pre-
over the internet. Is the problem.
Yeah, that's the one
They
downside.
they shut down that one app that did it.
Yeah. Rest in
Um,
pieces, Twitch things. You were fun while you
Yeah.
lasted.
The one time I got to use you.
Hmm.
That was a fun
Uh,
time. I missed that.
but yeah, uh, I'm really looking forward to finding out what the fuck's going on with this secret base. What would be nothing? It's just a regular secret base, but it
Just
just
a
happened to
just
be at
just a
Ashton's
Just
Wood.
just a
there to psych us
crater.
out.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just a crater.
Yeah, because I
Well-
did drop Tink-a-Tink.
The
I cannot wait to
bottom.
find the consequences of that.
So when
I
Tink both check their watches, we've been falling for a long time, huh?
Yeah.
I can only imagine that once they hit the ground, first So hits the ground, leaves a mark, steps aside. Mercedes hits the ground, turns that mark into a small crater.
Hey, there's Julia.
It'd be fantastic. They'll have a whole new room.
A
Exactly.
whole new room.
We're really doing them a favor.
You
A
you
new
really wanted that
fan.
basement, didn't you?
A new
At the cost of
fantastic point of view.
Because that one section is one block lower than the rest of the base.
Extensions.
Also part of the ladder has been destroyed.
Who needs
Eh.
ladders anyway?
Where we're
We're
going, we don't
going
need
to
ladders.
handle.
Julia, so were you gone long enough that Yari just gets the Shuppet for free?
Yeah, go for it.
No, what were you going to say?
So as she looks at you and looks at your team, as I stare at my internet access to see if that sentence is going to make it go away again, she locks eyes with you and says, "My name is Atomos."
Ooh,
Ooh.
good choice.
They suck things to the fiend world in Final Fantasy.
Yeah. And Bayonet likes to eat things.
Good
Not like it's a bad
Good.
thing.
And it's
catch.
like
Good
notably a thing.
catch.
Yes, I realized what I said. Mm-mm.
Phrasing.
Abort.
Exactly. Bayonet likes to eat things. So
All right, let me regenerate you a Shuppet because I had to get rid of all my tabs.
oh,
So I moved Absol to be standing on top of your Pokemon box on the overlay. That way Shuppet could be in the
Oh,
in the
that's
fourth
really
slot.
clever.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Because
Start
really, at this point, you're Absol's Pokemon.
Like how Ramona's Mercedes is.
Yes.
Yeah,
You all
Yes,
have weird
I won't even
relationships with
try it.
Pokemon.
says the one
Too.
who might be the son of an Absol, son of a Lucario.
Yeah, I was just going to say, says the guy who may or may not have Lucario ancestry.
Look,
Callback.
now we need to find out if I have been falling forever or if there was a floor down here.
There isn't anymore.
We don't
well,
know.
there used to be, and then you had to complain about it. No, there's a floor. Don't worry.
Is
Name,
there
gender.
Is there
Level.
a clay Shuppet card art?
Who knows?
I don't think so, but I hope.
Ability. Oh, some.
If I hear Tink-a-Tink falling behind me, I will instinctively put a fist up.
Just the screaming laughter.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's about what you get from Mercedes. So Atomos is in your journal. Oh, nope,
Okay.
that has to line up. That has to line up, or I'm gonna.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay.
Thank you. Cool. Decisive. Okay.
Alrighty. So yeah, you have a new Shuppet in your party that's joined you.
Okay.
So when you when your feet connect with the floor, it is rough tile down here.
I step out of the way.
And then there is a thunk behind you as Mercedes hits the ground. There's a small squeak of pain as her ass hits first.
Oh no, poor Carly.
It's okay.
She stand.
She'll make you pay for it later, Ramon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she always
Um,
does.
So this secret
Oh God! Why, Julia's internet? Why?
base is.
Oh no.
All right.
I swear.
Okay, stop torrenting your porn, Julia.
When
Turn-
else am I supposed to do it?
When you're asleep, like everyone else, turn BitTorrent off.
Okay, gods, I haven't used BitTorrent in a decade.
Good save. Good save.
Statute of limitations.
I've never used BitTorrent. What's BitTorrent?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So this secret base is like sparsely decorated. It is white walls, black tile, and very Spartan. There's a few beds in here. There is a you get the sense this was set up recently by somebody who didn't want to take the time to like aesthetically set this up. And just went space, good, and then left.
I see. Right?
Just like me for real, for real.
Well, I think this will be good.
Ramon calls down, asking, "Hey, Mercedes, is it good?"
You hear a series of metallic clangs that come back in response as Mercedes just takes her hammer and drags it down the rungs of the ladder to the floor.
Well, there
Does
goes the
anybody hear
ladder.
anybody screaming? I might miss it.
I come back over and haul her up. Yeah, no, it's fine.
Oh, that was somebody screaming.
Technically correct.
Ramon will climb down.
Guys are actually about here by the time you guys end for the evening.
Can I go find? Can I go find a ghost type to punch to show Satomi?
Like I said, you could have pushed 11 midnight.
Oh wow, that internet thing did a thing again.
Okay. I don't know what was heard, but you guys are about here on the map. You could have made it to Mallville tonight, but it would have been like another 4 or 5 hours
Gotcha.
of walking. This way you'll arrive around like 11 noon tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that'll work. I'm not gonna ask again because I don't want your internet to decide that now's the time to die.
So send it to me in Slack or Discord. That way I will have it regardless.
No, it was just asking if I could find a ghost type to show Satomi how to punch ghost types.
Oh, by all means. Yeah, you can go back up and find a ghost type.
Yeah, 100%, because it was going to.
Let's do that. So yeah, So comes back up and makes it all of you aware that there is a secret base.
Mhm.
And we will go hunting for ghost types.
Which Ramon had already gone down to.
Yes.
To watch Mercedes just hit things
Yeah.
with a hammer.
Which she is very contentedly doing.
It's easy to make her happy.
He's just adding more space.
She's got to make a little nook for her to sleep in. It's not nearly decorated. She's going to fix this problem.
So the generator that we use when it spins, it'll say random things, and this time it said banning warper.
It said what?
It said
Banning
Warper.
Okay, so roll me a d10.
Four.
You go and find Satomi. And are you explaining to her what you're going to do, or are you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gonna
absolutely.
find a go? Okay.
So like, yeah, and then like here, I'll show you. And it's like, so since you don't believe me, just start going into like the, how all the things that do not apply to anyone but him that he thinks are universal about how he punches ghosts. It's it's all in the shoulder where you because you throw your punches from your back, so you gotta make sure you twist right properly into it. And
As he gets into that, Satomi is just going to fold her arms and so I trained very differently to you. I am not a black belt.
oh, neither am I.
If you that's beside the point. What matters is that if you can in fact do this, then well, I suppose if I see it, then I will have less reason to doubt you.
Both of you see a purple mist start going about 10 feet away from you. It just sort of forms, and then it disappears, and then it forms again a couple feet away, and then
I'm
disappears.
watching its aura as it comes closer or further away,
And
how it's going.
seeing it disappear and reform, immediately dropping into a fighting stance and about a foot up.
Can I track its movement with via its aura?
Yes. Yeah. It goes back and forth a few times, and then it settles behind a tree like 5 feet away from you guys.
So okay, watch. And yeah, I'm just going to I'm going to focus punch it.
All right.
So he just drops down, holds a hand out, pulls his fist back, and like focuses. And his aura will actually become visible at this point. Like you'll see this like radiating blue glow that engulfs his entire body, and then tightens down into his fist.
Go ahead and roll your focus punch. I'm going to take over narration here for a second. So as that that aura surrounds his fists and connects with this solid object, you see the aura flash out from his arm back up, and not actually into the Pokemon. His fist does connect and it does hit, but as it hits, you see two jets of the aura almost flash out behind him. And the aura that you were seeing vanishes.
Do we hear like a Super Smash Brothers baseball bat sound?
Yes, as you send this thing back to the realm it came from. With a 60 towards a you did exactly 100% of its health into the negative.
Just one punch destroyed a Ghastly.
It very quickly passes out and becomes untraceable with aura.
I cast fist.
So yeah, it's just resounding sound.
Literal muscle wizard.
I cast erase.
So turn just immediately turns casual as anything, turns back towards Satomi. So yeah, positioning using your legs to sort of pull the power up, and then it's all in the back.
Yeah, that had nothing to do with technique.
Are you certain? Because it looked to me more like you were harnessing the aura you've mentioned more than any physical exertion.
Well, yeah, but you control aura through your physicality. Like it's a part of you.
I see. She
I-
clearly doesn't.
Everyone's got aura, so do you. So has not yet clocked that not everyone can manipulate their aura.
Perhaps it manifests in different ways, or perhaps what you and I are capable of are entirely different sources. Then again, she pauses and thinks a moment. Suffice it to say, yes, that was an apt demonstration of your abilities.
Nods, dusts his hands off, assumes it'll be fine. Has to see your face. Murasame does not have the heart to tell him otherwise.
Well, you didn't kill it. You just knocked it way the fuck out.
And
Like
away.
that thing's gonna take a couple days to wake up.
Ghastly wakes up in Oldell ruins with no memory of what happened.
How the fuck did I get here?
So
He hit me so hard I went back to my spawn point.
Well, I live here now.
I don't even know where home is anymore.
I just want, like, from now on, occasionally we just see a Ghastly that spots So and then runs the fuck away.
I had the same thought. I cannot wait for this Ghastly to see us again.
Eventually,
So-
eventually there's a Gengar that appears, and Annabella gets really excited, but then the Gengar sees So and runs the fuck away.
See,
Annabella then chases the Gengar.
Like I've
See, now I was just thinking there's a Gengar on somebody else's team. Spots So flies into a
Abandoned
rage because
ship.
it's been through a training montage.
There's
See, I had that idea, but it had also mastered Aura.
An
it's
Oregon Guardian, if you will.
and then it's just Dio versus JoJo all over again.
Oh, so you're approaching me?
Oh,
I can't kick your ass unless you come closer.
the Gengar goes, "Oh, you're approaching me."
Oh.
No, because I've only declared a priority limited action.
No, because Aurasphere has a range of 6. I don't know the actual range, I'm guessing.
Aurasphere has a range of 8.
Damn it.
Close.
close.
6 is a good guess.
You all pile into the secret base.
Satomi is the last down the ladder and just floats down, closing the hatch behind her.
Yeah, it is.
Annabella comes in holding baby.
There are a few more sleeping bunks now.
Carved into the wall.
Not carved, smashed.
It takes
That's
all
enough.
of it takes all of 10 minutes before So and all of his Pokemon are doing a DBZ child training sparring. Like he's just got Mawile and Torchic on one side leaping up to punch and he's blocking, and then Bash coming in on the other side swiping while he's blocking with his leg.
Are any of you looking for the guest book, the QR code, the flag in here?
I mean, we don't have anywhere to take the flag.
True.
I will look for the guest book though.
Give me a perception check real quick.
While this is happening, if y'all would like to check this plaque, I find a very good art for Thomas's token.
Oh, that's very good.
Okay. Yeah, it takes you a bit, but you do find it. It's like, oh, not all of these rooms have stuff in them. And there's about 6 rooms in here.
Or there were.
Yeah, there were. Now there's like 3 rooms because Mercedes made tunnels in
Took
between
down
them.
a wall.
Yeah. Um, but you find a very small, like it's like 4 inches by 3 inches little notebook that just has in very, very bad handwriting scrawled guest book. And you flip open as you flip open the front cover, there's 2 other names in here besides yours. Um, Neither of them ping anything in your brain. What does ping in your brain, however, is as you have this open, you look to the back of the cover, and you just see a very, very nice stamped property of Stephen Stone.
Oh, 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 oh.
This scans for Steven, yeah.
Does anybody have any nice rocks?
But
Many.
blocking 3 Pokemon with one arm. Why?
It feels like a nice thank you gift.
That hasn't explained the question yet.
Ramon will bring the guest book
Guest book
out
over.
opened with the stamp visible.
Oh, this was Steven's. Well, this is Steven's. Interesting.
No. That means he's in the area.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, there's a chance maybe Professor Birch called him in.
I hope so. That would be really nice.
That would be nice. I'm not going to try and get my hopes up on that though.
You all can give me an intuition check if you'd like.
Yeah.
I am not going to roll because because Satomi knows less about this guy than any of the
Mhm.
locals.
Yeah.
19.
Where is this? There.
Ramon, you are very excited.
I saw
So
him once while I was at school, and it was the coolest thing.
it occurs to you between the Spartan layout and the fact that this guest book has been signed twice, this was probably a drop and go sort of secret base. This was I need setup for the night,
Yeah.
and I have enough secret base kits that I don't really give a shit if I just leave this here.
Yeah, that's fair.
I will say above table, if you all decide to train in here, you will get the benefits of a person with the master command rank.
Ooh, nice.
That scans.
I mean, I'm actively training with my Pokemon right now.
Obviously, we're going to train in Steven Stone's base.
Mm-hmm.
Master is 6. Yeah. So that's a plus 10 experience and up to 6 Pokemon.
I'm going to...
Virtuoso is 15.
So it's basically our entire each of our entire teams gets 10 XP.
Well, no, gets half their level plus 10.
Oh.
Half their level
Yeah.
plus 10 XP.
Oh, yeah.
Spicy.
For doing experience
That's just,
training.
I think that's just 3 levels.
For lower levels ones, yeah, absolutely.
That's just a free level for all my
It's not
Pokemon.
bad for higher level ones either.
No, it's not.
But that's a free level for each of my Pokemon, exactly.
Yeah.
Because they're all level 10.
Perfect.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if I was allowed to do it, like, while I don't know if I'm allowed to do it at any time, but I chucked some XP into Chop It.
Oh yeah, no, the experience share is for you to use at any point in time.
Oh,
That's
good,
that's
'cause
why
that's
we
how
designed
bad
it that way.
I just caught up to Thomas
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
rest of the team.
Yep. It's so that if like 40 sessions down the road you all are battling around with level 60 Pokemon and you find an egg and it hatches and you really want it on your team, I'm not gonna make you grind forever
Yeah.
for it to be viable.
Right.
Yeah.
This egg hatches at level 30.
It's amazing what accelerated training can do.
Right.
Mhm.
Again, I put a GIF of So training with Breaker in the Slack,
Yeah, that tracks.
which is just
Yeah.
for anyone else is just Kefla from the Dragon Ball Super tournament arc,
Mm-hmm.
fighting Goku.
Kefla, my favorite lesbians. Thank you.
So as you guys are getting settled in and figuring out, sleeping arrangements for the night, that's where we are going to end for the evening. With you all nicely settled into the most Spartan Airbnb ever.
Yeah, but it's Stephen Stone's Spartan Airbnb.
Yes, which you guys will all be able to benefit from.
Shouldn't this be
I
an
slept in
air
her in the
SNS,
lap
air
before.
shelf and snack?
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.